Hi everybody, it's your girl Cleopatra the Realtor, your favorite San Francisco Bay Area Realtor. And if you're new on this side, my motto is each one teach one. And in today's video, we're going to do just that, okay? If you're curious, the title speaks for itself, how to pass the California real estate exam. And I'm going to show you pretty much how to fail it in order for you to pass it, okay? And this is coming from a person that has taken the test 3 times, okay? Third time's a charm. And yeah, on that third time I did pass. However, it was some things that I had to correct. It was some things that I had to face head on in order for me to get to that ultimately certificate of me passing and receiving my license. So let's jump right into this video. My first tip number 1, it would be change your mindset around the way you view studying, okay? So when it comes to traditional schooling, I won't even say we're necessarily taught a way to study, because I really don't think myself ever been taught how to study. I've kind of adapted and figured out things over the years throughout the course of course, middle school, high school, college, and so forth. And I think that saying could be true for everybody. We're not necessarily taught how to study, so we don't know how to study, and we typically pull from our past experiences and things that we learned from in middle school, high school, college, and a lot of times that's okay. What's the chapter about? You highlight all of the important details, and then you probably take some notes as you're reading and so forth. However, when it comes to real estate, in that real estate exam, you're not going to be able to do the conventional way of studying, okay? And I mean that because real estate taps into a lot of different stuff. It's a lot, and it could get overwhelming. So there's no way for you to highlight everything, for you to take notes on everything, and then believe that somewhere in your head, everything that you're going to do, you're going to be able to retell it and recap it in a way that it translates with you taking a test. It's not going to work like that. It's not at all. So my suggestion is go into this real estate exam with an open mind and knowing the way I normally study, I'm not going to be able to study like that. I'm going to have to pull another form of studying, and that's cool. But that's my first tip to you guys. What's the second one? My second tip would be figure out your learning style. And I say this because it's easy to try to adapt to a new learning style to think that, oh my God, this is going to help me on the test. Excuse me. And a lot of times that's not true. Now, don't get me wrong. I'm not discouraging you trying another learning technique or a learning style. However, what I'm saying is stick to what's true to you. Stick to what you know that's going to work and what's going to help you to retain all the information that you need to retain. Because look, your brain, you don't have time to sit up here, try to learn all this new material that's probably foreign to you. If this is your first time ever dealing with real estate, even if it's not, it is still a lot of material to retain. So you're trying to retain it on top of learning a new learning style. Baby, that's too much work. Don't overwhelm yourself. Don't overwhelm or overwork your brain. So stick to what you know, whether you're visual, whether you're audio, whether you're having to be hands-on, whatever it may be, stick to that, okay? That's what's going to help you succeed with taking this exam. Then tip number 3 would be study the vocabulary. When I tell you that's the most important thing on this test is vocabulary. 95% of this test is going to be vocabulary, and it's going to be in a way of it's phrased in a sentence. Prime example, it may be a question on the lines of, okay, partner A and partner B bought a home in Tennessee on such and such date. The interest rate, it was this. And at the end of their term, they have to do this lump sum payment, right? What I just said before, it doesn't matter, really. And that's what makes this test kind of tricky, because if you go in thinking, okay, what was said in sentence 1 and 2 might relate to the whole question, and then you actually might have answers that fit the 1 and 2 question, but at the end of the day, all they're trying to figure out is that lump sum payment at the end of that term. Now, if you know what a balloon payment is, you already know what the answer, despite even understanding the whole full question in its entirety. So that's my point. Stick to the vocabulary. If you don't know what a word means, you're not going to understand the question. I don't care how you break it down. I don't care how you try to make it relate. You're not going to understand what that question is telling you if you do not know what that terminology is in the midst of that paragraph or in the midst of that sentence. So I would say hone in on the vocabulary, and hone in. Really get tunnel vision on the vocabulary. I mean, I really can't stress that enough. It's very important, and it's very vital for you to know the terminology, okay? Going to step number 4. There are tools out here that help you with your studying, and it helps you with the exam in some way, shape, form, or fashion. And one of those tools are actually Prep Agent. That's the one I use. Now, Prep Agent came in handy, and I mean it came in handy a lot because they offered a variety of different things, okay? They offered things for auditory learners. They offered things for people that was visual. They offered videos. They offered prep exams. And that's one thing that I super honed in, was all of the prep tests that you could do. Because of course, if you score up to a certain amount on them prep tests, at least a 70%, you know that you're ready. If you're scoring anything over that, you're ready to take that exam. And so Prep Agent is not expensive. It's really not. It's for the year. I will have a link down below that you could use. You could take a good 20% off of that link. And yeah, try it out. I mean, for me, it was worth it. Again, I took the test 3 times. And to be honest, the first time, I really didn't study. I winged it. And I didn't score so high. That second time, I kind of fake studied. I studied a little bit, but not for real. That third time, I mean, I went all in on Prep Agent, and I mean, I ate, slept, drunk, thought, real estate, everything real estate. I could be having a regular conversation and we were talking about real estate. Somehow it would come into that conversation. So Prep Agent, it was a big factor. I'm a mom, I'm a wife, I have things, I have responsibilities, I work. So if I'm able to be in a car on my way to work, boom, I could pop Prep Agent on and I'm hearing it all day. On my lunch, I'm hearing it all day. At home, if I'm like, hey, let me watch a few videos, I'm seeing it. So it's constantly at your fingertips. They have a mobile app that you can download, so it's just not accessible online. You could take it literally where you go, and that's going to make a difference. So I would say tap into that and try it out and see if it works for you. But all in all, at the end of the day, guys, it's all up to you, and the test is really as hard as you make it. And again, it's coming from a person that has, I failed the test twice. I mean, I took it twice and I failed, and I was on the verge of just like, maybe it's me. Maybe something wrong. Maybe it's me. I don't know why I'm not getting this. I don't know why I'm not retaining this information, but whatever it was this desire in me that this was something I wanted, and I wanted it desperately because this is something I have been working towards for a long time. So to be at the tail end of it and feel as if like it's not achievable, or that I wasn't able to accomplish this goal that I wanted to, it made me that much more determined. So I would encourage anyone, if this is really a goal of yours, if this is something that you want to do, even if you don't use your license, but you just want to have it, just to have it, go all in on you, go all in on studying, and don't give up. I mean, go. Don't stop until you accomplish it. Don't stop until you get your license. Again, third time's the charm. I got it after that third time, but that third time I was all in and I was hands down and I was serious about getting that license. I mean, it became so embedded into me that day. I pulled up, I never forget, I pulled up to the facility and I just knew in my heart, I'm like, I'm passing this test. And I felt that deep down in my heart, and I could have psyched myself out. I don't know. But I mean, I was doing so much prep talk. Like, girl, you got this. Like, you've passed harder tests before. You could do this. Like, this is achievable. It is not out of your range to achieve or to attain. And guess what? I walked out with my license that day. So this is my encouragement to you to keep going. Don't stop. And let me know how your experience is. Let me know how studying is. If you guys have any tips and tricks that you could share, please do. And until next time, guys, I wish you guys nothing but the best. Stay true, stay you, stay blessed, and most importantly, go teach somebody else what you learned. Stay blessed, guys.